What's up, Gorehounds? Welcome to another fabulous episode of the Gore More Podcast. I'm your not-so-mean fluff mess supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I don't bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my horror homies. Started off with that Chad Daddy, that Chattahoochee, that Dark Lord of Knowledge, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
Yeah. Oh, man, I totally forgot to have my fucking Wrymwood set up here.
Oh,
I'm fucking paintball mask shotguns, dude. Let's do it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Fucking A, bro. I'm gonna put that right meow. And we have the Duke of the Dead, the Dean of the Deceased, Lord Scuba host with the ghost, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
Hi, guys.
We are
that's different.
yeah. Not bringing in the Espanol this week.
No Espanol today.
Mm-mm. And we are missing our beloved Bob. He is caught up at work. Don't mind me fumbling around my fucking stupid ass. Yeah, he's caught up at work. He's given us a score, no vid or anything, but we'll bring that in later. I'm gonna see Bob in 4 fucking days. You know, I don't even count today. It's over. Today's already fucking at the end of the day. 3 days. I'll each give him a reach around for both you boys.
Yes.
You better.
Right cheek for Chad.
One for each hand.
Yeah, there you go.
You're going to need both hands anyway, so.
Fucking right, bro. Jesus Christ.
What's up, Gene?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me rip up the chat here. What up, Gene?
Yeah, how's it going, buddy?
But, yeah, today is July 31st, 2023. End of the month.
End of the month, buddy.
Man, we are in the middle of summer already. Holy shit.
Balls.
Fall is right around the corner, baby.
Mhm.
Season's here.
Yeah, man, I see the decorations already out, man. My sister already bought some shit the other day. I was like, nice. It's very proud. We are talking 2015's Wrymwood, Road of the Dead. We are sticking with a unthought of zombie theme going on.
Unplanned, yes.
Yes, unplanned. Thank you. Much
Unplanned zombie theme.
way
yeah.
better wordage there.
Unplanned, much like all three of us. Unplanned.
Always. You know what? I was the fuck up. So that was like, what does that say?
Hey, you know what? I was a fucking one night stand, baby. So
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
You know what? That's why your kids can like make it through anything, and you've had to like, oh, your shit, dude, because like that's what you did, man. You fucking, you're like, I'm gonna fight for this shit.
I was a one night stand, baby.
I was thought of it, and I was like, you know what, man? I'm gonna stay in here for 2 more weeks. My mom's like, you're gonna get the fuck out of here now. I was just like, nah, I'm good. I'm cozy.
So I was like born a month late almost.
Oh goddamn,
Holy
you're
shit,
even worse than me. All right, cool.
So I was supposed to have been born like in August, and I wasn't born until September.
Well, hot damn, your poor mother. But no, we were talking a Aussie film today. That is Brody's pick.
Right.
We have he's got a nice, like I think it's a 7.5 minute vid today. So he's got some things to say.
And he messaged me this morning, possibly next week. He's hoping that he's going to be available to be on. Let me double check that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he wanted to obviously
Groovy.
today because you know this shit's his fucking his jam.
He's hoping next week, if they finish the job early, he'll be on.
Titties.
Sweet.
All right, so let's cross dicks and hope for that. Yeah, but you know, before we talk this zombie apocalypse movie, we're gonna talk about what the fuck we did last week. So Scoobs, it's kind of back on you. Can you do it this week? Baby
I'm
free?
gonna try. I'm baby free,
Oh,
but I'm gonna try. I don't know if I got it
Do
in.
you
me,
want to
but
bring
let's
in
see.
variant?
No, fuck variant Steve.
Okay.
Fuck that guy.
All
Him and his pizza, motherfucker.
Mm.
Makes me hungry every time he shows up.
Same.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life.
Very nice, sir. Thank you. You know what the best part is, dude? You didn't even have to do that, man. We could have went porn style again if you wanted to go deep voice.
I know.
Like, you had that choice.
Gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life.
Have we ever had you do it in Spanish?
No, I just thought that in my
We gotta
head.
do
Wow,
that.
Like
really?
the fucking Spanish. Do like the Spanish fucking
I like it.
the fucking announcer. Yeah, I'll do it next.
All right. So Chattahoochee, how you been, buddy? How
Not
was your
bad.
weekend?
Not bad. So
I hope you don't mind the new nickname. I don't know why I said that, but it just felt like it.
It's gonna stick.
It is. I was like,
yeah, unfortunately. The thing is, I hate that fucking song too.
who doesn't,
The
dude?
land
I-
of
Yeah,
Chattahoochee.
here's the thing, though. You hate it. I hate it, but you know it.
Yes.
You fucking 90s Alan Jackson.
That was my jam when I used to go to the fucking skating rink, man. Anytime they played that, I was on the fucking,
Mhm.
I was fucking hauling
I
ass.
love
Oh,
that
man.
I love that they were still doing like skating rinks back then. Now it's not. I mean, it's starting to make a comeback. When I was a kid in the '80s, man, skating rinks were huge. That was all you had to do around here on the weekend.
Yeah.
I feel like skating rinks were big in the early 90s. It kind of faded out, I feel like, around like 97, 98.
Oh, dude, our skating rink was still going on like well into my senior year in high school, which was in 2000.
You know what I blame it on, dude? And it's stupid, but it is a societal thing. But you think high 90s, that was not, now rollerblades weren't new, obviously, but they were more on the rise at that era with especially
Yeah.
right. But dude, how many times did you hear rolling? You know, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but the rollerblades are gay. You know what I mean? Like, dude, and I swear to God, that had an effect on it.
Dude, when I was like 21, me and my friend Kevin bought rollerblades and a whole shitload of street hockey gear because for some reason we had it in our minds that eventually we were going to play in the NHL, despite never having played hockey in our lives ever. We had it set in our mind that we were going to be hockey players.
You watched Mighty Ducks and you were hopeful. You were like, "Yo,
It's
man,
Clerks. Clerks.
no,
did it.
dude,
I think
Mighty
a little bit
Ducks?
of both because I was really
Well,
big for Clerks back then too.
yeah." But I was just going Mighty Ducks because I remember they literally didn't they go pick up like Keenan fucking playing street hockey and some other
In the
kids?
second one,
Yeah, right.
Second one,
So you
yeah.
know,
by the way, the second one had a really hot girl goaltender.
it's been a minute.
Haven't seen it in years.
Yeah. What's up, Brody? How
Hey,
you
Brody.
doing, sir?
But shit, I forgot. So this weekend, we decided to go get some school shopping done for the kids. So we got
Nice.
that out of the way. I think we got everything that we need.
Look at that. Brody says he's wearing a Mighty Ducks hat right
Yeah,
now.
buddy. So we got their school supplies and some school clothes. They really don't need a whole lot. My oldest daughter decided she wants to do homeschooling, so she's going to do. The funny thing, she's going to do homeschooling. And by the way, I also had to go shopping for myself because I need steel-toed boots because I started my new job today.
Yeah.
Nice, buddy. Yeah.
Congratulations. bud.
Thanks. And it was a good first day. First day, over half the day was orientation, sitting through meetings, filling out paperwork, the boring stuff. But at the second half of the day went pretty quick. It was nice. So I started with two other dudes, and
Like this?
yes,
Yes.
Like
no,
this.
no, but three of us started the same day, and the one guy he went to a different facility because he's a welder. So
Hell yeah.
we did that today, and I don't think we did much else this weekend.
Sorry, not to backtrack, dude. Just a quick question. You said your daughter wants to do homeschooling?
Oh yeah, because my oldest daughter, she's really quiet and shy.
No, you don't have to get. That's
I think she's a little uncomfortable because she doesn't have a lot of friends. She's not really popular. I keep asking her if the kids pick on her. She keeps telling me no, but she just wants to stay at home and homeschool. Her little boyfriend,
that's cool.
and her little boyfriend she's 13, and her little boyfriend Gregory transferred to another school, just maybe like 10, 15 minutes away. So it's not that far. So she doesn't really have as many people to talk to in school now.
Word.
Yeah.
How would that be something feasible for you guys?
Yeah, because now that I'm working, Steph wants to stay at home, and she wants to do a study at home course to be, I think, a medical transcriptionist or medical billing.
Okay,
So she's going to do online.
Nice.
So they'll both be doing online schooling, and then
that's awesome, dude.
yeah, and Steph wants to do that because that's a remote job. You can do that work from home.
Dude, I'm just very intrigued with. I dig that your daughter wants to do the homeschooling.
They did it before during COVID, like the year
No,
after,
right. Oh,
when they
yeah.
opened everything back up because I didn't want my kids wearing masks and having the shields and everything.
Yeah.
So they did homeschooling then, and so my Steph is worried. She's like, I want to go to school, but how can we pay for it? I'm like, we're considered a low income family. You can get your school 100% paid for. Like there are so many grants out there. So she's finally starting to look into that. I mean,
Fuck
it's,
yeah, dude.
it's free money to go to school. She'd be stupid not to do it. But she's not stupid. I don't want to say that. She'd be
No.
crazy not to.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, man, dude,
yeah.
I wish I could pick up some like fucking night school and shit like that, but maybe when the kiddo's a little older.
I'm thinking about it. I don't want to be.
dude.
I don't want to be. I like this job, but I don't want to be working in a factory the rest of my life. I'm 46. I can't keep doing this stuff forever. My body's going to give out eventually.
Yeah,
There are like a lot of older guys there that are, that just started, within the past year or so. So,
Hey, man, Sometimes,
Dude, so my first day, like I'm sitting there working, and I had so many guys just come up and start carrying on a conversation, get to know me. It's like it's really nice. Like I've never had people just come up and start talking to me first day.
unionized or
That's
no?
awesome.
No,
No.
no.
All right.
But yeah, it's a real nice friendly. And there's one guy there that I actually used to work with about 20 years ago, so I was talking to him too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so today was my first day, and last night Steph and the kids surprised me. They came in and they each made a card, got a card for me, and wrote in it, we're proud of you. You got this.
Hell
Gave
yeah.
me candy.
That's awesome.
I cried.
Nice, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, of course.
I guess
of course.
I was so emotional. It was the sweetest thing ever.
Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
awesome, man.
I'm getting a little choked up just talking about it. To be honest.
It's all right. You know what? I also see Steph's watch right now. So what's up, Steph?
How's it going?
But yeah, it was a really nice gesture from the family. I loved it. So I love you guys,
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that I'm glad that you had a fantastic first date, homie. Like,
Thanks.
I hope that sets the pace for things going forward.
I'm hoping so too.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Fingers crossed.
Sorry, I'm not.
No, it's fine.
I'm spacing out because I'm trying to like share at the same time, and I can't
God
multitask, as
damn
you
it.
guys know. So,
I completely forgot. Sorry.
no, you're fine. No, you're fine, dude. This is what this time for. And anybody in the comments, if you could do us a huge solid, if you guys could take the time to share, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm really
Lucky for
dropping
it.
the ball here. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
We
But
shared my.
You know what we need to do? We need to just go ahead and
Put it in the
add
banner?
all of our put everybody's, how I stream on mine automatically.
yeah,
We can add y'all's personal Facebooks there too, so you don't have to share it. It goes automatically.
That's a good.
well,
idea.
yeah, but I also like to share to all the groups and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'm really sorry for dropping.
no,
the
you're
ball.
fine.
I've
dude.
been on the ball lately, but yeah.
So awesome first day. That's right.
Yeah. Let's see. Other than that, not much is new around here. We're all just kind of adjusting to life with me being at work again. Even the dog has to adjust to it.
Yeah.
That happens.
I'm just a little worried because next week we are on. It's 4 10-hour days, and then overtime on Fridays. But I thought like it was going to be mandatory overtime, and it turns out it's not technically mandatory. Like if it doesn't have to be like every Friday, or if I only want to do half a day Friday or whatever. So that's nice. But with Steph and the kids are leaving on Friday, they're going on vacation with their parents to Ocean City.
Mhm.
So all next week, this poor dog is going to be home alone for like 12 hours, not being able to go outside and go to the bathroom because I don't have anybody to really help with that. So I think he'll be okay. I'm hoping.
Noise. What's up, Heather? What's up, Mr. Gallo? How
Hey,
y'all
guys. Hey, guys.
doing?
So yeah, I've talked long enough. Scuba Steve, let's get to you, buddy.
Well, what did I do this weekend? I honestly don't remember.
You went to a con.
Oh, that's Saturday, but Friday.
Oh,
What did I do
oh,
Friday?
I'm sorry. I'm jumping days. I apologize. Homie.
I worked on Friday. We had it was bullshit that I had to be at work on Friday. So all week long we had training because we started work back Monday. So all week long we had training for the new staff and for old staff.
Mhm.
Well, my position as case manager is a little bit different than the bigger schools. They actually have a caseload where they have to have like a certain amount of students that they service throughout the year, and they have to, keep everything documented and uploaded and all this other stuff. Well, a lot of that doesn't pertain to my position because since I only have my students for a short amount of time, since I'm the detention school, I don't have to do the file uploads the way my coworkers do. So on Friday, they were talking about the files and stuff. So I didn't have to be there. So they sent me to campus. So I was on my campus all day, and there was absolutely nobody on campus. My campus, literally me. That's it. I was walking around the halls. I was just walking around looking at stuff, and I'm like, I'm going to put a bulletin board here. I'll put this bulletin board there. Then I started hearing creepy sounds, and I was like, I don't have my ghost equipment. I ain't doing this shit right now. I'm going back to my office. So I sat in my office all day, and then I had to go to a vaping presentation that we had. And then I went back to my office,
Vaping
and then my day.
presentation.
Did you say a vaping?
Yeah. Vaping presentation. So it's a very big deal right now in middle and high school.
I can see
Oh,
that.
So it's an anti-vaping.
And
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
anti-vaping.
That's what threw
My
me.
only issue is there's a lot of misinformation in the presentation that was given.
Really?
I used to run vape stores. And so I'm very knowledgeable on a lot of this stuff. So a lot of the stuff that was brought in the presentation, I'm like, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. And so I was getting very annoyed in this presentation that was given. So I just kind of spaced out and then went back to my office. Saturday, I woke up, suited up in my Ghostbusters cosplay finally, and goddamn it felt good to put it on.
Yeah.
Did have one issue. I broke my goddamn trap. Broke my ghost trap. It fell off my belt and it broke the handle, but I'm going to be able to fix it, which is cool.
There
And
you go.
I found these boots. Where are they? Where did I put them?
These boots are made for walking.
For walking. These boots are not made for walking.
No, just show.
I don't know
just
where the hell I put
cosplay.
them. They're just, man. Okay, so like I said, I've been trying to find boots that are very close to screen accurate, even if from far away, if they look
Yeah.
semi close.
They
You
look
know what I
really
mean?
good, dude. I was looking at them.
Well, I bought those boots for $5 in San Antonio. I told you boys last time that I bought them for $5.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're old. They're very old.
Mhm.
So the leather is very hard. I gave
That's what she
myself the
said.
gnarliest fucking blister on my heel. On my Achilles. I have like literally about that much of my skin missing on my Achilles right now. Rubbed it raw.
That
But
sounds
it was
hot.
awesome. Totally fucking worth it. My pack is heavy as shit. I was sore as fuck on Sunday when I woke up, but it was so fucking worth it. People were taking pictures. They were impressed with the pack. They fucking loved that it actually like made sounds and shit. Which all I did was put a fucking I attached a Bluetooth speaker to the back of the fucking
Hey, whatever.
yeah, and it works. But my lights, my lights were going, and they just everybody fucking loved it, which was really fucking cool. Then Sunday we had a plate sale. Mel decided that she wanted to make Persian food, see if we could sell plates. We ended up making up over $500.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so this is something that we're gonna keep doing.
Wow.
Probably once every 2 weeks or so, or maybe once a month. I don't know.
Yeah, don't
But yeah,
don't kill your vibe. Like
Don't
ride
over-
that. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna do different things because she knows how to cook the Persian food. I know how to do American food and Mexican food. So
Joe.
the possibilities are endless with the plates that we can make. And
So could you do like a
You know.
Persian Mexican fusion at some point?
so a lot of the flavors don't match, man. There's when she tries to make certain things, she puts like Persian spices in it,
Okay.
and it just throws it off. It doesn't mix well. There may be some things, maybe like when she makes her kebabs that would work, but other than that, there's really not much that could mix well. The flavors are just way too different. But it was good, we didn't expect to sell out. She made a lot of fucking food. We ended up having to make more rice. She made like this massive amount of rice. We didn't think we were going to go through everything, and we had to make more rice. We had to fucking Brody. When you come, I'll give you some real Mexican food because I guarantee you've never
And
had
I'm gonna have
real Mexican food.
I'm gonna have to pick Mel's brain at some point because that food looked fucking delicious.
Oh, dude,
I want to
it's-
know how to make naan bread.
Oh, dude,
me and Steph
it's-
love naan.
Yeah, dude.
Everything
I just had
came out
some
really
yesterday,
good.
dude. Awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, it worked out really good. Like I said, we sold out, and then I got to watch this movie while I was at work today. And yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Big Johnny D,
Yo, buddy.
give it to me, baby.
Oh, what the fuck did I do? You know what I did this weekend? I fucking worked all goddamn fucking weekend.
Work it.
It was the last weekend for a sweet little bonus of an extra 150 on top of what you're making, which long story short, Saturday's time and a half, Sunday's double time. So daddy put in 6 hours each day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And this was all in lieu for going to Monster Mania, right? Yeah. And then I don't know what we would like to call this. I don't know if there's a specific name, but the universe like to come and metaphorically kick me in the nuts because anytime, and I'm sure this happens to you guys too, but anytime you try to actually get a little bit ahead and you do, and it's good, something always happens. It doesn't matter. That's life. It's just, I swear to God, it's just that universal karma of like, all right, here you go. That's the no good deed unpunished, right?
Yeah.
Like you're trying to do something good to set yourself ahead, and the universe is like, no, fuck you. So I told the wife, I was like, yo, you need to take your car in for an inspection because we're driving down in hers. It's up today and we're going across state lines. I'm like, you need to get it done because I'm not fucking with that because troopers will be at the state lines. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're not doing that. So I was like, go and check it out. Yeah, dude. So her one tire won't pass inspection and her brakes are shot. Well, you can't just buy one tire. So obviously that's 2 tires. Well, how good are the other tires too? You know what I mean? So now I'm buying 4 tires and then I just did a brake job. So I'm like, fuck me, dude. And it's like,
I would have held off on the other 2 tires for now, just because
it wasn't. It was one of those things.
I would have just gone to a used tire shop. Fuck all that.
It was one of those things where it wasn't. We were able to handle it, and it's not going to affect anything else. But it sucked because it's just like, well, now because we're going to go on another trip in about a month. But I'm like, man, now I got to really bust ass to like fill up that savings on top of this trip savings again. Like, God damn. So my ass is going to be fucking working. Yeah, Joe, septic breaks, car, loan. It's always something. It's universal karma. I don't know what.
The rule of 3.
Don't say that, dude, because that's only the one. I don't need 2 more coming at my ass.
Well, technically, wouldn't it be 2? Because tires and brakes.
You got one more. What
was the third? Was there any third? There was a scary moment where I thought my sister and my brother weren't going to be able to come with the brother-in-law, but that got handled. So
that doesn't count.
No, I know. I'm just being hopeful. But yeah, anyways, so that's all I fucking did, dude. I just worked this whole fucking weekend, and it was kind of a blur. I didn't do fucking jack shit except for watch this movie. Oh, and I did start rewatching Terrifier 2, which I have.
I watched that too.
I'm going to blame Gallo on this, and it's actually funny because he's here because we were doing a shoot at his house 2 weeks ago, which I forgot to mention. But yeah, so we were doing a shoot at his house, so we were just jamming out to music, playing some Dance of the Dead. But then he put on Terrifier 2 soundtrack, and I fucking love that intro song, dude.
Yeah.
And it's been stuck in my head for a week, so I'm like, I just want to watch the movie. So I started watching the movie, which Jen literally walked in like 3 seconds after I just started it. So he was killing the dude right in the corner right in the beginning. And so like she was doing that thing where she kept like poking back into the room to like watch the movie and then leaving and then like eventually coming in and sitting down. And I'm like, yo, if we're going to watch a movie, we just need to watch the podcast movie. So, which I don't know why I thought Terrifier was 3 hours. I was really high the first night I saw it too because I had a hell of an edible. But I also watched a double feature with the first Terrifier and then that one. So it just felt that much more elongated. But yeah, it's only like it's just shy of 2 hours, 2.5 hours, which is still really long for a horror movie.
Yeah.
I feel like an hour and a half is usually the cutoff. So maybe still that's why it feels so like ridiculous. But
so Charlie was fussy, and I was like, I gotta put a movie on or something just for background noise.
Yeah.
So I threw it on Tubi, put on Terrifier 2.
Shout out to Tubi.
This little girl is watching Terrifier 2, so I put her in her rocker.
Oh, Jesus.
And she's sitting there watching Terrifier 2. I'm like, oh, I am corrupting my child already.
At the Clown Cafe.
And she's just sitting there in her rocker, literally, eyes just fucking focused on the fucking TV. And Mel's like, where's Charlie? I was like, oh, she's in the, because I was in the kitchen. I was like, she's in the room watching Terrifier 2. She's like, what are you doing to my baby?
I feel like that needs to get put on the list at some point because that is a hard discuss movie because I need to refinish the second watch, but
we've still got space on this year. We can do it.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So to wrap my bullshit up because we were going on way too fucking long. I watched this movie and I am ready to fucking talk about that today, which is once again 2015's Wrymwood. Road to the Dead. Chad Daddy, you want to do plot rundown?
Yeah, since we don't have Mr. Brody Kane, this was his pick.
This was
you got to do it in an Aussie accent.
I don't know. I would probably offend somebody if I did that.
Man, I don't even know if I could find it fast enough to do a
whole crikey. Okay, so release
in the aftermath of the I can't. I can't do it.
In the aftermath of a strange meteor shower in the vast Australian outback,
There
Barry,
you go.
a doting father and car mechanic, finds himself forced to flee his home after an unwelcome late night encounter. Now, with his sister Brooke at the mercy of a
Mhm.
paramilitary group and its mad scientist leader, Barry and a handful of armed to the teeth survivors must fight tooth and nail to stay alive and save the girl from certain death. But the question remains, can the brave defenders survive the all out attack of the undead army that has encircled them? Directed by Kia Roach Turner, Necrotronic and Wrymwood Apocalypse. Written by Kia Roach Turner, also of Necrotronic. I can't say it.
Necrotronic.
Necrotronic, Wormwood
Necrotronic.
Apocalypse, and Tristan Roach Turner, also of Necrotronic and Wormwood Apocalypse, and produced by
A cock
Tristan
and
Roach.
lips.
Cock and lips.
No, that's all I'm gonna ever think of now. Here,
A pie. The Mayan apocalypse.
Mine Apocalypse. Okay, and produced by Tristan Roach Turner. So take it away, Big Johnny D. You want to take the?
Alrighty, I'll take over the Bobby part. Jay Gallagher from All Saints and Necrotronic as Barry. Bianca Brady. Bianca. I'm stuck on the Necrotronic now. All right.
Curse of Bobby strikes again.
Fucking right,
Oh,
dude.
fuck,
It's so
fucking
good.
Bobby.
The Osiris Child and the Pet Killer. Wow, that doesn't. The Pet Killer. As Brooke. Leon Burchell, Stoned Bros, and the Diplomat as Benny. Luke Mackenzie Wentworth, and the flip side as the Captain. Yurkovich, Event Zero, Thor Love and Thunder as Chalker?
He was the bald dude.
The
Oh,
doctor?
no, smoking
No,
the
no, no. He
joint?
was. Yeah,
Oh, he was
Someone got his
he was
head blown
Stoner
off.
Brody.
yeah.
Oh,
Stoner Brody, yeah.
I was
Yeah, dude, I thought the same
I
thing.
was so sad.
I was
We're
thinking
gonna
he was
talk
Brody
about
too,
the whole
dude.
time.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
All
We'll
right.
talk about it.
Stoner Brody.
Catherine Terici as Bite Club and Romp, or from Bite Club and Romp as Annie. Keith, what the hell is that? Agis?
Aegeus.
Yeast.
I don't know.
IGS.
Mr. Nice Guy and Danny Deckchair as Frank. Megan West, Sea Patrol Reef Doctors as McGann. Wow, really stretching the box that one was. Burren Schwert, Necrotronic, and the Lord of the Rings, the Ring of Power as the Doctor. All right.
Not Doctor Who. Not that Doctor.
That's right. Kane Thompson, Home and Away as McGoughlin. Beth Aubrey, Felony, Home and Away as Charlotte. And Sheridan Harbridge, the 12 and the Messenger as Sherry. Body count total 13, but not counting zombies or people who randomly turn. Damn, it's pretty solid. All right. Scuba.
All right, music by Michael Lira, Blackwater Abyss, Interceptor, cinematography by Tim Nagel, Necrotronic and Outback, edited by Kian Roach Turner, effects and makeup by Adam Sanders, distributed by IFC Midnight, runtime 98 minutes, MPAA rating unrated, budget 160,000, grossed 106,000, 100,000. That's
They
it.
flipped it. They flipped this.
Yeah,
flipped
they
it.
flipped it.
Yeah.
They definitely did.
Wait.
So before we start discussing this movie,
Mm-hmm.
I would just like to say that Kian Roach Turner found a story that I wrote when I was in high school and turned it into this fucking movie.
Which part?
Because all of it, literally, almost every single fucking thing that happened in this movie was a story that I wrote in English, and it is the only A that I ever received in English
Do you
class.
have
I'm
proof
talking
of this still?
meteor shower. I'm talking meteor shower. Fucking the father was a mechanic. Like all this shit. It just didn't happen in the outback.
It's the Matrix.
It happened on a beach road.
So, like, what if that was a Mandela effect? So, like, a universe collided. So there was an Australian Scuba Steve,
Oh,
and then, but
that's where he got it.
maybe that's what it is, dude. Maybe
That's
you gotta,
what
like,
it
you
is.
gotta meet
Yeah.
this person.
But no, I was watching this and I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
I
Wait a minute.
wrote
Wait.
this.
I was like, there's no fucking way The only I mean, of course, there were some differences, but a lot of like the main plot points were shit that were main plot points in the fucking story I wrote back in like '98, and
Interesting.
it's literally the only A I ever got my entire run in high school.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
funny.
fucked up, dude. That is fucked up.
yeah,
All right. So I'm gonna say, all right, first time watching this movie, and I'm assuming it for you boys as well. Okay. Safe assumption. Um, this was a middle of the road movie for me. And I will have my pros and cons, and I'm sure you boys will have yours as well, maybe more cons than pros, given prior conversation. But I don't know, man. It was all right. First and foremost, I'm going to throw out the worst part of this movie is the shaky cam. And you know what?
yes, that's the first thing I wrote
And
down on my
here's the
list.
thing: I know I am the pot calling the kettle black on this one because I made you boys watch Splinter, and I got my asshole ripped apart for bringing that one in here because of the shaky cam. So there's no way I'm not going to let this down a little bit. Although that was Probst and Boss Man more so than anything, but still, it was this show. Leading that though, some of the ideas I really enjoyed. Zombie for fuel, I fucking love.
Yeah, that was cool as
I
shit.
think that whole, and you know what? The whole like, why doesn't gasoline and shit work? Doesn't matter. We don't need to figure that out. And maybe that's a thing where some people don't like it. But let's be honest, if it was us three figuring this situation out, we're not going to fucking know why the gasoline doesn't fucking work. But we can definitely figure out that zombie blood could ignite. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I kind of like this premise. Like, interesting. Where you flipped me is where we start going Resident Evil apocalypse style, and we get this girl who can start controlling fucking zombies for whatever fucking reason. This seemed like two different style of stories that somehow got
Intertwined,
fused together, but it just the chocolate and the peanut butter didn't really mix as well as it possibly could have or should have.
Yeah,
it's because they used organic peanut butter, the kind that separates and stays oily.
Yeah.
You got to mix that shit up, man. You got to really fucking work at it, dude.
You really got to stir the pot.
I mean, some of the camera movements, I did like some of the close-up stuff because it made sense for the action. But I feel like it took almost about a good half of the movie to start to back away from that just a little bit. To where
and there was a lot of weird camera cuts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like that scene, the scene where they're driving in the tunnel, or they're getting to the tunnel after the little girl turned and the mom's turning.
Mm-hmm.
When they stopped and the camera fucking just kept going and pulled away, I thought maybe they shot the daughter or something had happened, because when they go back and they're sitting in the car talking, the daughter's not. You don't hear her anymore. So I had assumed that maybe the daughter died. Yeah, I mean, of course she died, but I thought maybe that he had fucking killed the daughter. And then when the mom turns and she's clearly in the back seat, fucking banging on the window now, making all this noise, I'm like, well, what the fuck? Was she taking a nap? Like, what was going on? Like, why do we get that fucking scene all the way down the fucking tunnel that really wasn't fucking needed?
I think it was just more for the shot of the tunnel. But I do have another beef with that scene, is when Stoner Brody shows up and like they do their little scuffle. Where's his wife's body? Yeah. Now, I got to give credit to my wife for pointing this out when we were watching, but she noticed it right off the bat. But it's like, yeah, where did his body go? Now, maybe he put it in the car with the daughter. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean?
I have another issue with that scene. You're driving. There's a zombie apocalypse happening. You see somebody sitting in the middle of the road. Are you going to stop? No. I would have plowed that motherfucker. I would have thought, hey, it's just another zombie sitting in the fucking road. I would have fucking plowed it.
I don't know. I mean, I guess if you are a person who's really looking for hopefully other people that are still alive and you're not the only one, like that dude had survival mode, but you know what I mean? Like he still is trying to do.
It just seems too risky with.
I'm not going to disagree, dude, because you never know if the motherfucker's already going to be potentially bit and waiting to change. This change was fast though. This was a very quick.
Those gas masks did not help.
Well, no, because they'd already breathed in the virus.
They already breathed it in from the
Yeah.
guy when he got sticked.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I want to go back to is like with this whole zombie for fuel. I like the payoff, like how they started with the noxious fumes coming out, and they don't really explore it at first. You're just like, what the fuck's going on with it?
That I was wondering that too. I'm like, why are these zombies always like? Why is it always smoke or something coming off?
Right.
I was like, man, they got some stanky breath. It's all the rot.
Yeah. So like the first time I didn't really notice it so much with the girl in the shed until we go back a little bit. But I noticed it more like when they get that first kill in the right in like in his back and it's leaking out shit too.
I think that's when I first noticed it too.
And yeah, like I felt like the payoff was really well. But then going with the whole zombie sister thing, and I'm just spitballing. So clearly she had the A negative body or blood type, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's experimenting to figure out to see if like why it won't infect or something like that. I'm assuming. So we know she got dripped, I'm going to say 5 different times to where she got her psychic powers. I'm not saying the psychic powers is completely like, not saying it can't be out of left field, but like, I almost feel like it should have just been the one zombie, not all zombies. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like a one time thing.
Yeah, like she would have a psychic link with that one because she kept getting his blood.
Yeah.
Or at least that we saw the 2 times. So maybe she got other zombie blood in those other times.
I have a theory.
Go ahead, bud.
Didn't he like inject it in the back of her neck?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The medulla oblongata.
Oblongata. My mama said.
Yeah, I mean,
Medulla oblongata.
now I'm not going to say that wouldn't be an awesome fucking power to be able to control zombies. Like, I feel like, because especially at the end, not to jump around, but that's how we do.
That's how we do, yes.
But when she does like the sabotage on the 2 like main bag, like, you know what? Like, I was waiting for that moment. I was like, all right, cool.
Okay, so since you brought up the jumping around, that was one thing I didn't like was how the beginning, how it started, and then it jumped around to flashbacks. I didn't feel like I feel like they could have just started there with the beginning of the apocalypse.
So you're not wrong because I feel like I lost somewhere. So when they were having the campfire and they were talking about their stories, there was that one guy in the middle with like the grayer kind of hair, but longer stuff. What happened to him? I must have missed when he died or something like that.
Well, did the other guy eat him?
When?
Shit, hold on.
Because when that one dude in the red jersey shows up, he kills Stoner Brody. But I swear to God, he's by himself in that moment. So where the hell does that other dude come into?
I don't know where.
I feel like I lost a scene or something of like that. It must either because it cuts back at a moment and they're at that fire, but then it goes to them like going to get the truck scene right in the beginning again. So what happened to that dude?
I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where did he go?
It did take me about 3 times to make it.
Was that the guy that got his nose bitten off, or was it the
no? Because that was the dude with the blonde hair in the not shed but fucking barn. The guy who went around the campfire that they're actually having a conversation with, because there's the one black dude with like the froey kind of hair and the red jersey. But then there's that other guy with like a button-up shirt.
Okay,
he's got kind of like longer hair too, but I thought it was like kind of grayer.
Wasn't he start? Is that the one that was starting to turn and they shot him because he got bit on the hand or something?
Did he get bit in the hand? Did I miss that?
I think.
When did he get bit in the hand? I see. This is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it must have been like a really quick ass scene because I don't know. Somehow I just completely like missed it.
Because they were in the truck. And he said he could feel himself starting to turn.
No. Not that dude. Not the dude who said he was Catholic. I swear to God, was he the guy? I thought there was another dude at the campfire towards the beginning when they were doing this cut around shit. And they said their stories, and then it went to the dad, and then we went to his flashback of like him killing his kid and his wife.
See, the only part I remember where they're sitting around a campfire is when we're talking about that Benny guy and his brothers were sitting around a campfire. Because that was part of his flashback.
Yeah, but like because I thought it was Benny, his brother, and that other dude with the goatee, which was the dad.
Yeah.
Because when they met up, Benny killed Stoner Brody, but then where was the other dude? Like where did his brother come in? I feel like they never showed him after that. Like when him and Benny met, like you know what I mean?
Three
Like
black guys on the campfire die the next day. Main black guy shoots one black guy, and the other one dies off screen. I think.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because is that what you're talking
Yeah,
about?
because his brother ate the father, and then his brother.
maybe I must have fucking completely.
Yeah, because when he wakes up, his brother's already changed, and you see the body of the dad laying there with his face all fucked up.
Okay. Wow. I don't know how the fuck.
Yeah.
So that was that before the dad's story?
That was before the.
Yeah.
Yes, that was before the dad's
right.
story. Because that's when he's telling the story about how it happens, and it goes to that flashback
you know what?
of them.
Maybe Chad Daddy's right, because like flipping back to that original truck scene, I completely forgot like half like all that shit, because now I'm like, oh okay, that shit doesn't matter anymore because we're there from here. And all right. Thank you, boys. See, this is why we do this.
But yeah, like the flashbacks, they went on way too long, especially the dad's. Like that should have just been where the movie started for me.
And you know what, man? I liked the dad's whole flashback scene. I understand we bitched a little bit about the tunnel area stuff, and there's fine. There's a little gripage. But as for like the scene in general, and especially like, I mean, my situation, dude, I have a single, wife and a single kid.
Yeah.
Just so it's like,
Barry after he kills.
Fucking right, he does, dude. He doesn't even.
Is he okay?
He doesn't even
Is he
meet
okay?
and kill, man. It's just instantaneous. Wait, was he human? Yeah, he was fucking human.
I had to rewind that scene to watch it again because they had explosives.
That shit fucking shocked me. I did not see that coming at all. Like it actually, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that jump scare fucking worked for me.
Yeah, there was some really good gore scenes in this for sure.
Oh, absolutely, especially for this budget.
Yeah, and like I said though, like my biggest complaint was it looked like it was a little oversaturated or overexposed. Something about the colors just wasn't right.
No, you were 100% correct. I feel like this movie is filmed in the 2009 mindset.
I would say
was released
between like 2005, 2009. That whole.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like
the beginning of the darkening. I guess if that was.
You know what?
Boys,
no.
I'll be right back. My grandma's calling me. I'll be. Right back.
Absolutely, homie. You're fine. Right. You know what? I wouldn't even say it's the dark. I mean, it's in that time, but this was more the yellowing.
Yes.
If that makes more sense.
Yes.
Because there was definitely like that was in the midst of the darkening. Okay. I mean, now you said you kind of disliked this a little bit more than I did. So what are your takes on this, buddy?
It wasn't. It's very cookie cutter as far as a zombie movie goes. For me.
That's fair.
I was from Birdie saying it's like Mad. I guess I was just expecting more of a Mad Max kind of thing, which I mean I do kind of get that with them using the zombie. But they using the blood or just like their fumes?
Fumes.
Okay.
Well, so, I think it was a little. Okay, and I could be wrong, but like, so the way the one was set up in the garage, I think it was a little bit of everything because he definitely had. Unless they were feeding it into his lungs, like they were doing like a feedback in.
I wasn't sure because they show the blood igniting, and then after that, the zombies always had like.
I want to say it's just the fumes though, because they tell the sister to tell that one zombie he just needs to put on the mask.
Yeah.
So he's just breathing that in.
So I'm guessing it's like an either or situation where they could have used either. I don't.
Oh yeah, dude. Maybe the blood would have been like too explosive though.
Maybe.
But at the same time, like they said they needed the sun in the body to activate the chemical for it. So
yeah.
Which I like that aspect of it, dude. I think that's cool. They're faster at night because they're using this fucking fuel that somehow their body is making per the sun.
Yeah, that was a really cool concept.
Like, I don't know where the fuck he grabbed that. Clearly, Steve's fucking 8th grade paper. But
That was one of the differences.
But like, I thought that was cool as fuck, dude. I don't know.
Yeah.
That to me was the most original idea in this whole fucking
And
movie.
I didn't really hate the whole sister controlling the zombies thing either.
I didn't hate it, but it just felt like that should have been a sequel thing. Maybe not in the same vein of like, hey, we just got this zombie thing, and like we're
Maybe tease it at the end,
something
and then
like
come right
Like
with the sequel.
you just see her eyes turning or something.
Yeah, and then you see like a zombie twitch or
And
something, like if she's controlling
By
it.
the way, they are both in the sequel.
Oh,
who's that? Brother and sister?
Yes.
Okay, so here's another thing. I'm actually very intrigued to watch the sequel on this.
yeah.
I don't know how you, like I said, I know you guys felt a little kind of iffy with this one. I'm
Okay,
just
so
very interested.
The sequel did come out in 2021, so it may
Be filmed
be
completely
filmed.
different.
Yes, be
and
filmed
that's
in a
where
different style.
and that's where I'm wondering. Maybe Brody's already seen it and he could let us know. But I'm very interested to see where this world goes because, I mean, that's a hell of a gap, dude. 2015 to 2022. So you got a lot of time to make some story up, and with film editing now and everything, this could be a whole fucking waste more solid of a movie.
Yeah, and
You know what I mean?
they did plan on doing a TV series, which they filmed the teaser for, but it never generated anything. Which I think it could have played out as a TV series.
I
But
don't,
then you're
I liked the post-apocalyptic vibe in this. Like the tagline says is Mad Max with zombies. I dug that a lot about this movie.
you know why I liked it, man? Because it was all like paintball gear. It was all gear that like
Yeah.
literally any one of us
That
could
anybody
have.
could find.
Like I literally
yeah, it
have
wasn't
paintball helmets and shit like that, dude. You know, like
it wasn't, like random guy ends up with fucking suit of armor from, a fucking
no, it was
like it was believable shit that they were wearing.
it. No, right, and I especially like the face off between the two. I don't know what do you want to call them, grunts, or the sergeant and whatever, the sergeant and the grunt, because like obviously like they're both suited up, right? But like obviously you have military versus guerrilla, and
Yeah.
I don't know, like just even that face off to me looked cool, like just the aesthetic between like clean and I don't know what to say, prim and proper versus just dirty and fucking makeshift.
I like the final fist fight
Fight.
between Barry and
That was-
and you know like they
That's
look
solid.
exactly the same. They look like
Yeah,
the
I
same
thought
guy.
I was real confused there at the end. I was wait, who's who? What the fuck is going on? And then he lights him on fire, and I'm like, wait, who just got lit on fire? What the fuck is going on here?
So when they do the helmet reveal, the way they do it, and maybe that guy is more famous in the Outback to where like people would know who he is, but I feel like they did the reveal like we should have known who that guy was.
And and this
Does
is
that make sense to me? Like,
Yeah.
this is in my notes. I could just say it right now. The original plan was they were supposed to be brothers, and I think that's why they did it that way. And then they changed it.
Ah.
that would make sense because the way they like turned it, they were like, dun dun dun, it's that guy. What? Like, what? Who is this dude? We've never seen his fucking face before ever.
It was Agatha all along.
Yeah, right. It's I don't know. Now, best and weirdest scenes for me for sure were all everything involving the doctor.
Oh, yeah.
I
Doctor was
fucking
weird as fuck, bro.
love that dude. And I don't know why in my head, but he's totally a Nazi doctor, but he's Australian.
Yeah, dude,
I don't know why
yes,
he is, but
that's
he is.
exactly what I thought.
He's
This
an
was
Australian
like a
Nazi
zombie
doctor.
Nazi doctor that you would see in like fucking
Nazi
Call of
zombies,
Duty
dude.
zombies or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, fucking that's him. That's
You're
him.
right. You're absolutely right. I was getting the same vibe too.
Now what I like, because it was like the weird, like quirky dancing and just like so, just completely like being okay in that kind of aesthetic of just complete fucked up. You know what I mean? But he's like living
Yeah.
it up because that's his shtick.
Did he pipe like laughing gas into his suit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He was huffing That's why he
Okay,
was
that's
passed
what
out in
I
that
thought.
scene, dude, because he was just huffing nitrous oxide.
That's what I thought too. Okay, so we get a little bit of a little shop of horrors there too.
Fucking hey, man. I love it though. The first thing, he just huffs it a little bit, then fucking puts the music on and starts dancing. I'm like, I don't know what's happening, dude, but I'm fucking digging this
Okay,
shit.
I thought so, but I wasn't sure if I saw that correctly.
That's why when you guys were like, man, we didn't like this movie, I'm like, you didn't like all of it? Because, like, I don't know, some of it was pretty fucking solid to me. I mean, it was ridiculous, and it's definitely it's a B movie by all means.
Yeah.
And it's not even one that I would probably like would be a top pick zombie movie for me. But if somebody wanted to throw this in rotation of like, yo, we're doing like 5 movies, I would not say no.
Oh no, absolutely not. It's an interesting flick. It's not. You can't go into this movie thinking you're getting a believable zombie movie. That's not what this is. This is not that kind of flick. This is. I mean, I love Resident Evil Apocalypse. Like,
I mean, this felt like Resident Evil to me.
Yeah,
I could see them being in the same universe.
Yeah,
maybe. And like I said, I think that was just more because like the experimentation with the powers shit. Because it's just like, oh, okay, we're going in this weird.
Even the German Nazi Australian doctor would fit in with the Resident Evil.
Oh yeah,
good time.
When he first showed up, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed my ass off because he had his little like extra little spec glasses there. But I'm like, they're behind the shield. I'm like, how the fuck's he gonna move them things? Like, why does he still even have them on? You can't use them. Just fucking do this thing. Like, okay, I can kind of see how that one goes. But I don't know. No, that guy's scenes were fucking fantastic. I was so sad when they killed him off, but obviously you knew that's where we were going with it. But man, like I said, this movie, I don't know. The camera was the worst part of it for sure. But idea-wise and everything, I think it was pretty solid. Effects were nasty. We got some sweet gore. But I don't know. Is there any other thoughts before we hear from the DKB? I want
to hear from Brody.
I've been dying to hear what he's got.
No, that's cool, man. I know we're all on the same page on that one. And he might have some more insight on this shit than we fucking do too. So, you know.
Let it roll.
Let's see what we got.
Well, howdy fucking duty there, folks. It's your DKB here back for another episode of Gore and More. And this week I'm here to talk to you about Wrymwood. I do believe it was my pick this week. The main reason why I threw it on the list for y'all to watch it is because it's kind of one of them movies that a lot of people sort of know about and then it flies under the radar. I mean, it's definitely a B movie, popcorn flick, whatever it is you want to call it. But in that sense, I sort of wanted to really show an audience outside of Australia what we can actually achieve with like very extremely low budget independent films like this, and to show that we are quite capable of creating something a little bit different and intriguing in a sense. And I'm not saying this film is perfect by any means. It definitely has its flaws, absolutely. But I still feel like it's one of them films where I can appreciate the director to just be like, hey, I've got fuck all of a budget. I've got an interesting and weird, wacky fucking idea. What's stopping me from making an independent film like this? So, you know, it's definitely, it feels to me that horror is a passion of his, the genre itself. And yeah, he definitely knew what he was able to, definitely knew what he wanted to take away with this type of film and just get it out there. And it started to get a bit of a buzz. And yeah, so let's just talk about it. So, yeah, the premise itself is definitely weird, interesting, and yet somewhat fun. Obviously, I mean, it's a film that definitely doesn't stop from start to finish. It's fucking pedal to the metal. It's trying to jam so much into it, trying to bite off more than it can chew at times without answering any questions, and it's sort of leaving me a little bit puzzled. But that's probably me just nitpicking and just sort of not appreciating it for it to just be like, Forget that. Just enjoy the film for what it fucking is. I do find it really interesting that they're able to utilise a major plot point in this film, and that's mainly for the fact that they can turn it into somewhat a Mad Max story with the gas, like the breath from these zombies. I mean, it's just weird, random, but yet somewhat works for this type of film. And I mean, there's questions behind that I have, but I don't really want to look into it too much. The other thing was the subplot to this. This girl gets experimented on, and then she gets injected by zombie blood, and then all of a sudden she's like immune to this zombie blood, and it like gives her powers where she has telekinesis and she can take over zombie bodies. But it's weird because all the characters that can survive outside are immune to this thing that's struck Earth and turned other people into zombies, but yet when they can still get bit by a zombie and still turn. So I don't understand how she was able to not turn, if that makes sense when you watch it. It was really weird. So the cinematography of this film, it's definitely gritty, and that's perfect for this type of film. You don't really want it like too polished. If you make it too polished, it distracts the film from me and the nature of what it's meant to be, especially being an independent film like this. But I will just point out the things that I didn't like for the cinematography was actually probably just one thing really, and that was mainly the thing that really pissed me off, and that was like the focusing of the camera trying to get up and close with some of these characters. It was like a lot of delay, and I know there wouldn't have been a focus puller there on set, so it was really just relying on like a set thing for the camera itself to try and really focus in on certain things up close, and then sometimes they'd pull away and it was blurry for like a long wide shot. It was just so much bullshit happening that really threw me off for that type of part of the cinematography. But everything else felt really cool, how they got up and close and personal with the characters, the zombies themselves. It sort of created this claustrophobic element about it in certain scenes. You could definitely tell it was like an Evil Dead vibe, certain like type of Dutch tilt shots every now and then where how they would turn the camera and that. So, yeah, I just kind of felt like the shakiness, there was a fair bit of that happening, and just those focus pull shots that were just really like distracting me from the film at times. It's probably the biggest thing I hated about it, to be honest. It was just something I picked up. So talking about the grittiness of the film, I liked how these characters had to really rely on just whatever it was that was around them. Like they had to try and I don't know, to an extent, call them bush mechanics, how they were able to really collab together and create something to try and destroy these zombies. And I thought that was a pretty fun thing to do. And even their visual appearance of like the hockey mask and the pads and all that, how they were just worn down. I thought that was really cool, and it's a cool throwback to like that Mad Max style Lord Humongous in The Road Warrior. I really liked all that. The practical effects look fucking fantastic to what we got with the head explosions. Some were done obviously by CGI. I will admit some of the CGI in this film was so fucking bad. But hey, when you're dealing with an independent film like this on a shoestring budget, and that's all you can do, like, you know, what else? What else can you fucking do? You're not going to use Saw, so that'd just look even worse. So, for the practical effects we got, fan bloody tastic. The CGI, yeah. But I really love the costume design and the visual representation of our characters and how they look taking on these zombies.
I'd cosplay this, dude.
So I'm going to be very biased with this. The humor in this was fucking funny to me, obviously, because I deal with these type of people day in, day out. I even talk like some of the characters here. I will admit some of the dialogue in this at times was a little bit shitty, felt forced over the top. But it sort of just adds that extra layer of cheese to the B-movie element about it, and I can appreciate that. But yeah, but like I was saying with the humour in between how these characters like were able to, when one of the characters gets bitten and then he's like, pass me the first aid kit, and it's like two fucking long neck beer bottles, and I was just like,
that was great.
That's just Australia, like.
And then what dude was just like, yo, can we finish?
It's like, you know you're going to die, I might as well have a drink on my way out. So, yeah, just shit like that. It was really fun to see. It was clever to an extent, and I found the humour just really fucking funny at times. It's definitely a very fun B-movie popcorn extravaganza with non-stop action and violence from the get-go. You'll definitely know in the first 5 to 10 minutes if it's your type of film if you haven't seen it. But like I said, I highly recommend you go out and like at least give it a try because, yeah, it's very entertaining once it gets going. So, anywho, this is your DKB giving it a Gore score of a solid 4 this week.
Wow.
I hope you gentlemen have a great evening, and I look forward to hearing your review about this film, and I'll catch you old motherfuckers next week. I do apologise I'm not there tonight, but so I'll catch you then. Cheers.
Cheers, Brody. Thank you kindly.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
So, you know what? So Brody gave us a 4. I'm just gonna put Bob's on here right now. So Bob gave it a 2.7.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all set. I'll throw that quackulator down. Thank you, Brody, once again. Even he admits, you know what I mean? He's like, there's some good spots, there's some not good spots.
But he's got a point. Within the first 10 minutes, you'll know if you're going to enjoy this movie or not.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I like the intro. I mean, not to jump ahead, but you know what I mean? Like, that whole thing of just them coming out with the truck and then just trying to get the truck in, I was like, "Ooh, what's going on here?" And then it goes, you know what I mean? Like it does. Chad Diddy said, I agree. Takes a while to get back to that moment, but definitely pulled me in real fast. Like,
And it blows my mind that they made a sequel, even though the movie was made at a loss.
but it was made at a. I mean, yes, it
Bec-
was a loss.
Okay, so it did not make a lot of money because it didn't get like a huge theatrical release.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
But
mostly like direct to DVD. I thought
Yeah.
right after it came out, it was like the most pirated movie on the internet.
that makes
Ah.
sense. So
So
cult
that
following.
big cult following. It actually was more pirated than 50 Shades of Grey, which was out around the same time.
I mean, if you gave me those two options of what movie I'm gonna watch, I'm definitely gonna pick this one
Exactly.
for
Yeah,
sure.
this one definitely wins.
Like I said, man, I didn't hate this movie by all. Like there was definitely some things I was just like, man, but I was pretty entertained for the most part. Like decent, yeah. There you go, Brody. Especially I mean, if you're ripping, that's still showing something. Like okay, the interest is there, and I don't know if you know that. Did they like fan fund this movie, the second one by chance?
I didn't see anything about it. No,
That's all right.
it could
Not
it,
that
it could
important.
be in the show notes for that, and that I hadn't seen through.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't look ahead to it. I just know that.
No,
was,
I'm
the
just
main
wondering.
character.
I'm just wondering what the way like movies are nowadays and stuff like that. If it's still stuck as an independent movie, you know what I mean? Like an Indiegogo or something like that would definitely have helped that fluff up.
I mean, I can look it up real quick. Let's see.
Oh, it's all good. Um. So, is there anything else that we want to discuss? Or, I mean, I know Chad Daddy, you said you didn't have tons of behind the scenes.
I don't really. Hold on a second. So let's see.
I'm trying to think of any more
Pulled up
significant
Wikipedia
scenes
on
that I'm
this.
missing here.
Okay, I can tell you the sequel actually made more.
Nice.
It grossed in the U.S. 145,000 on opening weekend, and a total of 215,000 at the international box office.
What was the budget on that one? Does it say? If not big deal. Like I said,
It actually does not say what the budget was.
interesting. This one to me though, I was very intrigued, like already knowing it was because obviously we knew there was a sequel, just fucking looking for this one because that's another thing I'm gonna shit on this movie. Why does this movie need a subtitle? Or like it's the first one. It doesn't. That's why I was very confused. I was like, is this the second one? And then there's actually a third one, but no, because sometimes some of the dates for this says 2014, not 2015. So that's why I was very.
Okay, well, I
Thrown
can
off.
get to that. I can get to that in my first.
Yeah, fuck it, let's do it.
Let's spread them cheeks.
So the film premiered as Wrymwood Road of the Dead on September 19th, 2014, as part of the Fantastic Fest, which is a film festival.
Okay.
The limited theater release was then on the 12th of February in 2015. It was originally supposed to have a one-night only theatrical release in Australia, opening on 74 screens, but an overwhelming response and sold-out sessions across the country saw its run being extended for weeks in some cinemas. It was followed by a video-on-demand release over IFC Midnight on February 13th of 2015.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
This feels like, dude, if this was released in the 2000s, this definitely would have been on that like extreme DVD.
Yeah,
era,
extreme DVD release. Yep.
Oh yeah,
for
Dimension
sure.
Believe it or not, okay, so the film actually took 4 years to complete, as they only worked on weekends.
So
Oh,
that
wow.
would explain why your camera styling started
Yeah.
from 2010. And yeah, okay. That makes
Wow.
sense.
During filming, a serious accident occurred that nearly caused the death of Bianca Brady's stunt double. She undershot her jump from the back of the lab truck onto the bonnet of the zombie truck, nearly run over. But fortunately, she was.
Chad,
you're
you're having
cutting
some
in
mic
and out,
issues,
yeah.
buddy. You got muffled all of a sudden.
I don't know what the. I can't. I don't know what the.
Weird. Give your mic a tap really quick. All right. Interesting.
I just hit mute and unmute. Maybe that'll toggle.
There you
That's
go. Yeah.
way better. Okay,
Okay.
cool.
So a poster of Wrymwood appears in season 2, episode 8 of Z Nation during a conversation between the Collector and Murphy about the movie White Zombie.
Huh? Nice. Never watched Z Nation.
Me neither. I don't even know if it's still on.
I heard it was okay.
Yeah.
I just don't care for fucking shit. See, that's when you said like this was supposed to be a show. I'm just like, no, man. I'd rather just have this as a movie.
The
Not everything has to be a show.
I don't remember if it was a show or what, but it was a prequel to Z Nation called Black Summer. That shit was fucking cool. It was on Netflix.
Z Nation has 5 seasons and it has been canceled. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Final episode date was 2018 in December.
Really? That long
Yep.
ago?
December 28th, 2018.
Wow.
Damn.
I didn't realize it's been off the air that long. But I never
Hey,
watched
man.
a single episode, so.
Yeah, it's all right. It happens.
This film served as the basis for one of the mazes at the 2015 Fright Nights event at Warner Brothers Movie World on the Gold Coast, Queensland.
That's fucking cool.
Ooh, that'd have been cool.
I mean, I kind of want to know what Warner Brothers Movie World is. I've never heard of that.
Brody, explain.
Warner Brothers Movie World?
Yeah, fucking Aussies have all the cool stuff and all the deadly stuff.
Yeah, they can keep that shit. Warner
Origin-
Brothers Movie World. I'm looking this up. Sorry.
Okay, so I'll continue. Originally, the character of Chalker was meant to serve as the sidekick throughout the movie. However, midway through production, the actor playing him left to do a play. Consequently, the majority of his lines were given to Benny, and the character was ultimately killed within 5 minutes of actually being on screen.
Oh shit.
So we almost got an entire movie of Stoner Brody.
And he had lead character fucking energy.
Yeah, he did.
That is a fucking sick Batmobile. What the fuck?
Brody's never been there, but it's a theme park for movies. Is it still open?
Dude, I don't know, man, but they got a full like Superman coaster, kind of like we have it or thing, but it's called the Superman Escape. Looks way different though, but it's the same coloring as the one at
So it's kind of like Six Flags.
yeah, it looks that's kind of what it is, but it's all Warner Brothers themed. Oh, there's the fucking Batman Forever. No, wait, is that Batman? No, that's Batman and Robin. That's the Batman and Robin fucking Batmobile. Fuck yeah, dude. All right, sorry, I gotta stop looking at this shit. Anyways,
Okay, in Australia, the film opened at 76 cinemas on February 12th, 2015 for a limited time. The film earned $66,000 during its opening weekend. It would go on to gross a total of $106,000 domestically. Due to the budget being higher, the film was considered a flop.
it was pretty damn close though.
They almost did it.
Yep, they're like just shy of 60,000.
But, you know,
Really
that's
hit
not
them.
that's not factoring in like video on demand sales, DVD sales, anything like that.
Yeah,
That's literally just theatrical run.
I feel like I remember this. I feel like
I
this would
remember
have been after Blockbuster, but maybe I saw this in Walmart because I remember seeing the cover back when it came
I remember
out.
seeing the cover too. I think it was probably Walmart.
It had to have been Walmart.
All right. What else we got, Chad Daddy?
In February 2015, a plan for a sequel was announced with the potential return of the original actors Jay Gallagher, Bianca Brady, Leon Burchill, Luke McKenzie, and Yuri Kovich. The release was proposed for early 2017 after the release of a mental ghost film from Kia and Tristan Roach Turner. The brothers later announced that due to positive response to the film, their next project would in fact be a Wrymwood sequel in the form of a 10-episode TV series called Wrymwood Chronicles of the Dead. The team released a short teaser for the series on May 19th of 2017, featuring Gallagher and Brady reprising their roles as Barry and Brooke. They were then also working on Necromancer at the time they were developing the series. So in August of 2020, funding was announced for a sequel, Wrymwood Apocalypse. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, this film follows Soldier Reese on an arc of redemption as he turns against his evil bosses to join forces with a group of rebel survivors. Together, they help to save a little girl's sister from death at the hands of the military, and it was finally released in 2021.
Interesting.
And that is all I got.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Chad Daddy.
Thank you,
I
Chad
wish
Daddy.
I wish I had more to share.
Oh, you know, it's a small independent film, so they were there to just get shit done and fucking get it made.
I remember reading something, and it was in one of their interviews, and I wish I jotted it down, where the brothers said they had, you know, the 160,000. I don't remember exactly how they got it, but they decided they could either buy a house, use it for a down payment or something on something, or make a movie, and they opted to make a movie.
That's dope. My the stupid responsibility in me would have been like buy a house, but to be able to make a movie, that's fucking dope.
I mean, and they went on to make a couple more movies since then. So
Yeah, right. Like
It worked out.
yeah, it got their name out there for sure. That's fucking awesome, dude.
and yeah, keep in mind this movie is only like 8 or 9 years old, so they still have, you know, a good future ahead of them to make more movies.
And you know what, man? Like I just said, it wasn't bad. All right. So what format did we watch this on, boys? I believe I
Tubi.
watched it on Prime.
Tubi.
Was that? Oh, maybe I did watch it. I felt like we rented it. I'll have to ask. I feel like we watched it on Prime, but like I said, wifey had that shit already set up for because I was still distracted with Terrifier 2.
Did it have commercials? That
No,
is
it
the biggest
didn't. That's
seller.
what I'm saying. I think we rented it on
so you
Prime.
probably watched it on Prime.
Douche of the film.
The Doctor.
But he was such a good dancer.
I know, but
I don't know. Is he the douche or is the fucking general the douche?
I would say the general, the guy that he fought that was supposed to look like his brother. Why was that not in my notes?
What's that? General
About him
brother?
being a brother, yeah.
Because we already talked about it. I don't. Because I mean, the Doctor is definitely douchey because obviously he's gonna kill these people after the fact, but he's still maybe he's still trying to figure out some shit with the zombies. So it's kind of one of those
Look, man.
weird like gray territories.
in my mind, he's still a Nazi.
Yeah.
Does seem very Nazi like.
He's very Nazi-like.
I think I'm still gonna go with the fucking general though. He seemed more douchey.
I
to
agree.
me. So the Doctor gave her powers. He's the good guy. That's Brody's take.
Yeah, so did Umbrella. They're still douches.
I don't know. Like if you had Deadpool powers, would you be upset because you look like that?
Fuck Francis. Fuck Francis.
But at the same time, like you could just survive everything. I don't know.
I'd be mad.
Would you?
Yeah. I'd want to look at this handsome face. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but couldn't you just dark man it at this point, dude? Just make some sweet mask and be like, yo, just make me
True.
scuba at this point again.
True. You gotta remember too, wearing all that leather gets stanky.
Yeah, it does. All right. Favorite kill.
I'm gonna go for fucking Stoner Bro.
Damn it, Scoobs! I was
fucking
gonna say-
You have
hilarious.
to pick that one, yeah.
I was gonna
It
say
was
that.
fucking funny.
Well, I was gonna say it just because it startled the fuck out of me, dude. I
Well,
did
that
not
too,
expect
but it was hilarious. That whole scene fucking had me cracking up.
Damn it. That was definitely the most startling kill for sure.
I think that's
Okay, well, you can have Stoner Brody kill.
No. I'm trying to think of something else because you can have that. That's yours for sure.
Because my second runner-up is the daughter, because fuck them kids.
Yeah, I mean that was just a nail gun to the head. That wasn't. I mean, it was
Nail
sad.
gun with no compressor.
Yeah, battery ones don't shoot like that.
No,
I use
they
them
do
at
not.
work every day. God damn, I'm trying to think.
I'm still sticking with Stoner Brody.
That was the most just like shocking though. Because like the Doctor kill was kind of meh, whatever. He just had his finger bit. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll agree. Whatever. It just is. It is what it is.
It just is.
Okay. Best scene. Best scene.
I got to go with the scene we were talking about before, where the Doctor huffing the fucking.
His first dance scene, dude. Like that was the introduction to the Doctor.
Yeah, I think
I'm gonna say any scene with the Doctor personally was my favorite scene because like that dude just stole that fucking show. But that intro when he first huffed it and put on some disco music, that was
How was that song?
I was just about to ask.
it
y'all
wasn't
too,
Staying
too.
Alive. It was a disco song though, wasn't it?
It was.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up because now I gotta Wrymwood soundtrack.
And again, for my best scene, I'm going Stoner Brody scene.
That dude had Jay's on the fly. He was ready to go, man.
Yeah, yeah, he fucking did.
I loved it. What?
Shit, I can't remember what song it
It
was.
was Get Down Tonight. Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Oh, that's what it was.
Get down
Yeah,
tonight.
that's
That was it.
Get down tonight. All right.
What we know what favorite song was.
That's right. We fucking
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Do a little dance. Worst moment or scene. Worst moment or scene. I'm trying to think of the moment that I was just like, man.
Any scene that had the shitty CGI blood.
I mean, I feel like I needed a little bit of it just for filler, or at least that's why they used it.
Yeah, but it was so bad.
Yeah, well, budget constraints, I get it. Man, I'm trying to think of worst scene. Because there's not one that specifically was just like, ugh, that was poop. Because like I like the tunnel scene where he's fighting Stoner Brody, but like we talked about earlier, there was some stupid, weird edits in that. Like the body wasn't there. And
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah. I'll go with that. With the tunnel scene where they pull away, like if you're gonna hear a shot or something, and then nothing happens.
okay.
I did like how he tried to kill himself though, and just was out of nails. I was like, oh, that felt a little bit almost like The Mist, just kind of that kind of. Obviously
Yeah.
not the ending, but yeah. Well, yes, that ending. Opening scene, hook you in.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, straight with the winch, dude. Literally right around the fucking truck pole, right into the garage. Most attractive character,
Brooke.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Especially when she had the zombie eyes.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And
because
white
she was like
contacts.
dirty and sweaty at that point, and that always works.
Yeah, that was hot.
Did the score set the mood? Yeah, I didn't think it was.
I mean, it wasn't anything to like rave about
No,
but
for you know what, I'm keeping the budget in mind too, so I feel like with that being known, I'm gonna say it worked for it.
It worked.
It's nothing I'm gonna keep like listening on Spotify. Be like, yeah, here we go.
Yeah, let's listen to
Let me
Wrymwood.
put the Wrymwood soundtrack. Yeah.
Fucking right. Maybe the soundtrack, not the score, because the soundtrack is just disco and there was a couple other songs. Until the Day I Die. That was on there. What the hell was that? Somebody fell. Okay, so that is. What was that? Oh, creepy music box. Best song? Are we just gonna go with
You gotta go get down tonight. Yeah.
Get Down Tonight, Casey and Son? That is a song that just gets you moving, though. It's just one of those. It's always gonna work.
Do a little dance. Make a little. Oh, my buddy Adrian said part 2 is good.
Part 2 is good.
I will take your word for that,
It
Adrian.
is part 2 good.
Oh, it.
Oh,
yeah.
it is part 2 good.
I don't know. We don't know
I
yet.
read that wrong. We don't know, Adrian. We
wanna
haven't
know.
seen it yet.
We want to know.
I thought you said part 2 is good.
Okay. Favorite character? Benny.
Okay, thank you. I was gonna pick Benny.
Yeah.
I thought you
Yeah,
guys.
Benny.
I thought for sure you guys were gonna pick the Doctor, but I gotta go with Benny.
No, Benny.
I love the Doctor, but Benny was the comedic side relief. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and the fact that he sacrificed himself,
Mm-hmm.
like that was crazy.
And he had no reason to. He's like, I'll just turn into a zombie.
Just because he knew she could control him.
Yeah.
Maybe because like the cutting off the hand, like he couldn't do it to himself, but like as a
Oh wait, no,
zombie,
no.
like-
No, that's right. He got shot. He was dying anyway.
oh, that's right. He was dying.
Yeah.
So yeah, fuck it. Why not? Right? Makes sense. I will say secondary is Doctor though for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Was it scary?
No,
No.
not really.
More almost action packed than
Yeah.
scary, which is fine. Once again, kind of Resident Evil zombie. Like there was intense moments for sure, but does it hold up today? Well, it's not that old, so.
Yeah.
But the camera does feel a little bit, like we mentioned, a little bit late for its time.
Yes, very much so.
I'm still gonna say it does though. Like I wouldn't not want.
Yeah, it's
watch
not.
this.
Yeah, it's. I think it does.
How's the acting? I think it was fine.
It wasn't awful. I mean,
For the type of movie it was.
It could have definitely been
it
cheesy
fit.
as fuck.
Yeah,
as
it could have
as
been.
far as an independent movie goes, the acting was pretty good.
All right, so 6 thumbs up right there all the way. Did we like the cinematography?
Not really.
No.
No. I feel like we all mentioned that plenty of times already. Did we like the premise? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I actually you know what? We didn't mention this, but I actually kind of like that this might have even been a biblical event.
Yeah.
That we were leading
Yeah.
to.
Yeah, you don't get that a lot in zombies.
No, it's all about fucking mutated viruses and shit like that, and like
Yeah.
and that's why I also kind of like the meteorite thing, because it gave me some Night of the Living Dead vibes. I was like, ooh,
And
all
Night
right.
of the Comet,
yeah,
which
is coming up.
oh my god,
Is that the episode you're not going to be on?
no, it's next week.
What?
Night of the Comet's
Okay.
next week.
Fuck yeah,
3.
dude! Zombies all the way,
Holy shit!
I had to have subconsciously picked these like that. I had to.
Wow,
dude. That's the universal karma, man. That just worked out for that situation. That's all. It just fucked me on brakes. So we like the premise. Here's the thing: was the climax satisfying? Where's the climax? What was it the fist fight?
I would say the fist fight would
'Cause
probably
I feel
be the
like-
climax.
Yeah, because
It
them
should have
leaving at the
been,
end
but
was-
it still didn't feel very like. I don't know if the lead up to it was good enough to get that tension.
and the brother and sister leaving at the end and drawing the zombies into those soldiers. That could have been like a post credits scene. It was more of an epilogue than anything.
That's what that felt
Yeah.
like for sure. So, and I liked the fight. I'm not going to say I didn't like the fight. I still feel weird with that reveal. Like we should have known who that dude was. So if they went with the brother aspect, like you mentioned earlier, and actually sussed that out a little bit more, I feel like that would have definitely gave you better like tension in between the two.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, oh shit, dude, brother sibling rivalry, fucking. Especially if like it's an older brother that's fucking over the younger sister for this experiment, and he knows about it though. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
there's that much
yeah.
more behind it. So, climax was, I got there, but I still had that little bit of after feeling.
Moderately satisfying.
Okay.
I didn't blow my load.
No, you didn't get it. You didn't even blow.
I didn't.
You faked it. You got the load. You
faked
got
it.
the Jergens and threw it on her back.
Yeah.
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 All right. That's fair. I feel like I got there, but it was sweaty and I really had to push it because I was just determined. Like, Scoops is like, damn it, I've been there. Shut up. We're just going here to get this done. All right. So
I got lasagna in the oven.
right? Luckily, you got a sweet tea there to cool you down. Right now. All right. Recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot. What are we doing?
Rewind. I'm doing rewind.
I'm gonna rewind it, yeah, because I feel like
Yeah.
it's still.
That's
If I said reboot, I feel like it would be kind of mad because it's 2015 and we just got a sequel.
so there's
I
no
kind of
sense.
want
in-
to check that out. So
Yeah, there's no sense to reboot or remake. So we'll go through.
yeah.
It's not bad enough to. Or not
No,
right-
I wouldn't trash this
We're
at
not-
all.
Yeah.
Not top 5.
No,
Not top 5 by any means. Top
but
15.
not bottom 5 either.
Top 15.
Maybe.
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 I wouldn't even say, like I said, I jumped 10 because I'm like, nah, wouldn't even be 10.
I did enjoy this more than Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Yeah.
I flat out hated that movie. I just did not.
Oh, you know what? Yeah,
all the
because 2 we
slapstick
got.
comedy just didn't work for me.
The fucking Michael Jackson
Well,
zombie.
2 we got. Yeah, yes. 2 we got a shittier Tarzan. We got recycled fucking. What's their names from the first ones again, which was kind of like, eh. That's what makes it hokey right there. The fact that you get returning characters that died off in the first one. You're like, wait, what? Well,
Not just
in
that,
returning
but not
actors.
just that, but one of them says something like, "Didn't I have a dream this happened or something, or didn't this happen before?"
Yeah,
He
right.
makes reference to the first one.
Okay, so yeah, that's fair. I mean, the first one for sure, I would definitely like that's in there.
Yeah.
But
And 3.
yeah, second one. All right. So let's rate this bitch. Brody gave it a 4. Bob gave it a 2.7. Scoobs
3.5.
3.5. Wow, higher than I expected you to give it, bud. Not gonna lie. Tiny did fuck a stump, man, for
Yes,
sure.
he did.
Chad Daddy, what we got, homie?
I'll give it a straight 3.
Straight 3. Okay.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was actually going to come in a little bit lower, but I feel like after talking about it with you fellas and getting my or airing my grievances out on this bullshit for what I don't like, airing
It's a
of
Festivus
grievances,
miracle.
fucking right it is. I am going to give this. I'm going to give it a 3.2.
Oh.
Originally, I was going to go with 2.3, but I'm going to flip it.
We were all over the board on this one.
Yeah, it's okay. Equals that. Wait, that can't be right. Hold on. I fucked up my calculating.
What'd you do? Divide by the
It's a
wrong?
tan. A tan.
Yeah, right. It was 2.7. Bob was the lowest. Scoobs, you were 3.5.
Correct.
Chad Daddy, you're 3 and 3.2. I don't know what I'm doing. 3.3.
All right.
So 3.3 for 2015's Wrymwood Road of the Dead.
Oh, buddy, not too bad.
Yeah, you know what? Seems about fitting. Okay. Chad Daddy, what are we covering next week, homie?
Next week is one of my picks. It's one of my guilty pleasure movies. We're going to with Night of the Comet.
Night of the Comet.
It's a
Well,
fun,
I have
cheesy
not
80s
watched
movie.
this movie since I've been a child.
Yeah, it's been
And
a while since I've seen this.
I don't even know if I ever actually fully watched it because I probably watched it on TV with commercials and shit. So this shit is on Tubi, Pluto, Roku, all that good shit for free. So should be easy enough to find for everybody.
Dude, Tubi has been knocking it out of the park lately. I don't
Tubi's
know how,
fantastic, man.
Tubi's where you go.
I don't know
Tubi's
how
the
they
place
do
to
it and
go.
still remain free.
Yeah.
I want to find. I would love for them to be a sponsor, dude.
Same.
I
know,
would
if-
fucking pitch Tubi every fucking week like we already do anyway. So
Right.
If they charged a membership fee, I would gladly fucking pay it.
Oh, hell
to
yeah.
get no commercials. You know what I mean? Like, they are killing it with their content. If you are a horror fan, that's where you go to watch fucking movies.
Is it more fucked up that I use Tubi? Like I don't even use Shudder anymore, and I feel like
I canceled my show.
I feel like
I canceled my Shudder a long time
I feel
ago.
blasphemous as a horror person that I don't own Shudder. Like I feel like it's almost like it should be a prerequisite, but it's like I never fucking watched it.
Same.
Hardly
Shudder,
ever.
Yeah.
Shudder is good if you want like really obscure horror / giallo from like the fucking 70s.
I also
Which we
feel
don't.
Shudder I couldn't utilize properly with my kid being the age she has been growing. You know what I mean? Like when she gets older, and I can watch that shit around all the time. Maybe it'd be different, but I don't know. There was never any movies that really caught my eye.
Now, I did like their
Specifically.
101 Scariest Moments series. I did watch the hell out of that.
I mean, the Joe Bob stuff was always good too. Don't for sure.
Yeah, but it wasn't enough to justify the monthly subscription. In my case, like there wasn't enough stuff that I wanted to watch on there to justify.
Okay, Brody
Dang.
said his mate's film is on US Tubi, but not in Australia. What's the name of it?
Yeah, what is the name, Brody? Let me look this shit up because I'll definitely put it on my list. No, I agree, man. Like I feel if Tubi was just like, yo, man, here's we're gonna charge $5 a month. You don't get commercials. I'd be like, sold.
I'd pay twice that.
Yeah.
I'd pay roughly the same to get Max with commercials.
Tubi and Max are definitely my two streaming choices of for sure. All right, so Night of the Comet next week. I'm very excited for that. That's crazy. What are we doing after the fact? Is it Jason? Are we going back to
Party.
Jason? You know what?
Another
He's still a
zombie.
zombie. I don't give a shit, dude. So
You're not
fuck it.
wrong.
It's
Toxic
Zombie Mania summer continues.
even my wife asked. She's like, "Are you guys doing a theme?" I'm like, "Not by choice. It was
Not
by accident."
consciously.
No, this happens all all too often.
And it happens because I'll just look and I'll just, I'll try and do John, Bobby, Scuba, me, Brody. Try to pick them
Yeah.
up. That's just how it just randomly fell together like that.
Word. Alrighty, boys. Well, we've pretty much discussed what we're gonna do for movie wise. Is there anything nerdy we want to discuss this week?
Pee Wee Herman died.
That is as of today. Godless the East. Okay, so Brody's sorry, not to cut you off there. Brody's
Oh, you know what, Brody?
The Eastfield Exorcism. Okay.
My buddy was telling me about that movie. He's like, Scuba, you got to watch it, bro. And he's very religious. Like, he's a very religious dude.
You know what?
But he loves horror flicks.
I'm going on the
He
Tubi
said
app
that was
right now.
He said it scared the shit out of him.
Nice.
I'm gonna look for this shit. Sweet. Nice. That's awesome. So yeah, we lost our beloved Pee Wee Herman today.
I think he was a part of everybody's childhoods.
Yeah, he was apparently he was battling cancer.
Yeah,
A
dude.
private battle with cancer.
So that's why he kept canceling his Steel City Con appearances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sad. Well, how old was he? 70.
70.
70
years old.
even.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember waking
shit.
up, getting ready to watch Pee Wee's Playhouse as a kid. Like,
That was my
Bros.
sister's favorite show back then.
Bros.
hmm,
You said we got some spots, Chad Daddy?
are we adding it?
I'm just saying, we've discussed this before, but this film is technically labeled as a Tubi original. Now, we have discussed doing a Tubi original before. Maybe we throw this one on there. I'm not opposed.
Godless the Eastfield Exorcism. Let me write that down.
Godless, the Eastfield Exorcism. It just came out this year. Hour and 31 minutes. Hell yeah, dude. I am. Yeah, like I said, we've definitely talked about doing a Tubi original, so I'm for sure. He'd come on the show. Oh man, talk about pressure.
Oh,
that
that'd
would
be
be Jesus
fucking
Christ.
cool though.
Yeah.
He comes on and be like, bro, your movie sucked.
Like I said,
Yeah.
there's a couple other movies that looked interesting that were Tubi originals. Like we could talk about Terror Train. There's that one I mentioned
The
before. I
fact that
can't
they
believe-
pumped out Terror Train and Terror Train 2 a month is insane to me. Like, there's so many
There's
Tubi
another-
originals, though. If you actually look at them
I'll
now,
have,
how
I'll
many
have
they
to look
got?
at. I'll have to look at that
ridiculous.
one that I told you about. That's another Australian movie where they're being chased through the brush. And if I'm not mistaken, the girl that played Melina in Mortal Kombat is in it.
The new Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Word. Nice. Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, speaking of MK, we got a new Gearus trailer. So Gearus from MK11 is back. And personally, I think he looks fucking awesome, dude. I like his new design way better than MK11.
I didn't see that yet.
So yeah, it looks like Liu Kang has made him the keeper of time.
Oh,
So he got so, and he says like they've been friends for, so it must be through the different time, like all the different eras that he's Liu Kang's had to redo. Gearus has been there because he's been a fixed point, but yo man, Liu Kang gave homeboy a fucking upgrade, dude. He's like, you know what, you're getting a promotion, dude. You're not just a fucking bouncer. You're gonna fucking.
I like how you mention him as a fixed point. That's a very Doctor Who thing to call it.
Well, he even says he's a fixed point in MK11.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like, I'm a fixed point in time. Like,
I don't
because
remember.
he's eternal, so you can always be killed, but he's never like he'll always come back. So, yeah, he's a cool character. I didn't really care for his fighting style so much, but his background is awesome. But dude, in the new one, he looks fucking chef's kiss.
I'll have to
So-
suss that out then.
Fuck yeah, dude! That dropped last week. I don't think that was the very last character that needed to be announced on the roster, but all the cameos have been announced so far.
Yes, Brody's right.
Thanks, Lauren.
Carniflex.
Lorraine, thank you.
I'm gonna write that down.
Oh, thank you, Lorraine. Carniflex.
thank you.
What was Carniflex?
That's the one I was talking about. The one with the girl from Mortal Kombat.
Thank you. Okay. What else we got? Oh, so and sad news, which I don't think anybody is really surprised about. Sony pushed back a fuck ton of their movies or took them completely off the slate.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters got pushed back.
Okay, we can't be surprised that Ghostbusters got pushed back. Everybody was predicting that anyway. We didn't get a trailer yet. There's only a few months before release date. I don't even think they would have had time to polish off the special effects no matter what.
It's not
I'll
even.
be surprised if it even makes the March release.
It won't. Dude, remember what COVID did? They're just going to utilize that same bullshit and keep pushing it. Because, like, if the actors are on strike and they have to do any, like, ADR or anything like that, they're fucked. They can't do that shit.
Right.
And so, unless they're going to go with the final cut, but I guarantee they might want to do some reshoots and shit, which they also can't fucking do right now. So,
I think it's going to be a blessing in disguise. And especially with Deadpool 3, it's going to be a huge blessing in disguise.
I just, yeah, I do. And honestly, like, maybe the whole thing will be because maybe it needs to give Hollywood a little bit of time.
Yeah, they need
let
to
some shit fucking settle.
Not just
Like,
that.
Are you listening, Marvel?
Release some.
Bro.
They've already announced they're scaling back on everything.
Which I'm glad that they're listening to that and they're understanding the fatigue. Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I want to see Blue Beetle, but I don't. You know what I mean? It's one of those, like, I want it because I like Blue Beetle as a character.
Dude,
but do I need to see another fucking origin movie again? Like, I don't know.
Blue Beetle and Aquaman are both going to fail simply because nobody cares. Those movies don't even matter now.
I thought Blue Beetle still did.
Blue Beetle still does.
I don't think it will.
No?
Despite what they're saying, I don't think it's going to really tie into anything. I don't think it's going to set up anything. And if that's what they're using as the new launch point for DCU, it's dumb.
I figured they were doing it because try to make it more like a Spider-Man angle. But
it's not the character you want to launch a new cinematic universe with.
I mean, I love Blue Beetle and I like Jaime, like, in the newer iterations of him, but I do agree, like, who would you launch it with, though?
Okay, so they're basically pulling from Marvel. Blue Beetle is their Iron Man, basically.
Yeah, essentially.
I mean, you could go the safe route and launch with Superman or Batman. I would personally go with Green Lantern just because he needs another chance.
Ooh, okay.
That's what I would use to launch it with. Because you don't even have to, it doesn't even have to be like Hal or any of them. It could be about the Green Lantern Corps. And, end of the movie, they find an Earthbound Green Lantern.
Yo, how fucking crazy would you, if you just went like full flip style and you were like, yo, we're going to introduce this whole new universe with Green Arrow. Again.
Wouldn't be the first time.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're just going to redo it. But how cool would that be, man? Because then you can start with Green Arrow. Then you introduce Batman. And then you start introducing the bigger,
why even take a risk and start a movie with the Justice Society and have it a period piece set during World War II?
I feel like everybody knows the main characters at this point. You don't need to do origin stories, dude.
No, you don't.
Fuck this shit.
We don't need
that's
origin
exactly
stories
what.
anymore.
That's why we didn't get an origin for Spider-Man in the MCU. Everybody knows it by now.
Take a playbook from your animated section, Warner Brothers, and just give us movies that are already with. Here's the characters. We're going in and understanding that you essentially already know these characters. Go.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, there's plenty of other shit that'll explain this fucking character. This movie does not need to.
You don't know what's the cartoon movies.
Right. This movie does not need to explain this character. There's plenty of other shit that'll explain that fucking character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
agreed.
Yeah. Was there anything else, Nerdy Boys?
No, I mean, we could talk about the fact that the sequel, the Spider-Verse sequel, was completely taken off the schedule, which, again, everybody that knows anything about it shouldn't be surprised because the animators have flat out come out and said, we haven't even started working on this yet.
Yeah, and they said how fucking rushed they were on the second one. You know what's a crazy thing, dude? I saw this about the strike, and it was talking about how there's all the composers in Hollywood, they are not unionized, and they are not part of any union, and they have tried getting part of multiple unions for the last few decades and have been shot down from all these other unions as well. So there was this dude who was like, you know what? He's like, I stand for people like getting their things. He's like, but I don't know if I can necessarily support SAG because even though we've tried to join them and they've straight out, they're just like, no. And it's like, oh, well, that's kind of weird. And I understand maybe that's just because they wanted specifically actors. Maybe there's other bullshit behind it. But you think if you're like an industry like this that's going to have a multitude of people that you need in order to make this happen, why would you not
want
include
all of them.
Yeah, why would you not include all of that shit? That
Yeah.
boggles my mind. But
There's something else we could talk about.
Excuse
Arrow over the weekend or over the past week announced and it's unfortunately a limited edition so far,
Mhm.
4K set of the first 4 Hellraiser films.
Ooh.
Now it's a UK exclusive, but they are region free. You do get the unrated cut of Hellraiser 3 finally, and the work print cut of Hellraiser 4, which is it's not the original director's cut, but it's
Okay.
closer to the director's cut than what we got. It does have alternate
Nice.
scenes, alternate score. It'd be worth it just to pick those two up alone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I guess Shop Factory announced some 4K upgrades to some of their movies. I know 2 of them are The Blob and Pumpkinhead. Now, I don't know that I need a 4K of The Blob, but I don't have a more recent release of Pumpkinhead, so I might have to grab that.
Which version of the Blob is it?
The 87
88,
remake.
87.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I might have to pick that up.
Yo, didn't they?
I do not have a copy of the Blob.
I do, and it's awesome. Did they announce there's a new version or a cleaned up version of H2O coming out too?
Oh yeah, that's also coming out. God damn it,
I saw that and I thought of Boss Man. I was like, ooh.
Now again, H2O is not my favorite.
I don't hate H2O though.
I don't hate it, but
it is definitely the most Scream of.
It is very Scream. Even the poster was Scream. So yeah, it's 20th anniversary limited edition 4K comes out on September 26th.
Imagine if they cleaned up that sweet CGI mask scene finally.
They might, or it's going to look worse in 4K. You can go either way.
Probably.
Ooh.
You're probably right on that one. Ugh.
I don't see any.
I still wanted to see fucking Gordon Levitt actually get stabbed in the face with that goddamn ice skate, dude. Like that would have been fucking like it was cool after the fact, but still like been better to see it. Oh well.
I don't see anything for extras on this.
No.
Like there's even a scan of the back of the artwork, and there is nothing. It just says digital movie included. So either they haven't announced what it's going to be yet, or you don't get a damn thing.
Interesting. Huh. All right. Well, that's all I got, boys. I feel like
I got nothing.
Nerded out.
Yeah.
All right. So next week, Night of the Comets. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, you know what? I'm gonna say it's pretty much I'm re-popping my cherry with this one, dude, because it's been so long. I honestly don't. I mix it with oh my god, dude, come on. I mix it up with Night of the Creeps all the time. In my head.
You motherfucker!
So,
you motherfucker! I was thinking that in my head. I say Night of the Creeps because me too.
No, because that's the one. Yeah. Girls, your dates are here. All right. I
think you guys will like it. You'll enjoy it.
Oh, I'm sure. They put the CGI ass on the front cover. God damn it. No, Brody. Yo, so if anybody listening at this moment in time, and obviously I'm going to try to get this dropped by Wednesday, hopefully. I'm a good boy. If anybody's going to be at Monster Mania this weekend, dude, look for my fat ass or Bob's big ass and come over and say howdy do. Or tell us we suck. I don't give a shit. Whatever. Look for Bob. He's gonna be.
You won't miss him. You won't miss him.
Fucking hey, bro. I can't wait, man. I'm gonna be sweating my ass off there, but it's gonna be a good fucking time for sure. I don't think
he's doing his Jack Slater, right?
Yeah, Slater, and what else was he doing?
I don't know what else. Maybe Jason.
I thought it was.
I don't
remember.
I don't have anything new, so I'm just bringing Jason and Leatherface again. I'll just do Jason on Friday, Leatherface on. But I got to help my wife work on hers, and my sister work on hers. My sister's going as Jamie Lloyd, and then her husband's actually going as Rob Zombie Myers, but Asylum style. So I was like, oh, that's nice.
Oh, nice.
What's funny is because he decided to do that costume, and then after the fact, Tyler Mane they announced him coming.
No,
and I was like, yeah, and he's like, damn it. I'm like, what do you mean, damn it? He's like, I really do think I'm a fanboy. I'm like, who gives a shit? Awesome. I think it'll be cool. But
and your what? And Jen's doing.
She's going as Silent Hill nurse.
Yep.
She got a sweet fucking mask off Etsy, man. These people made a fucking fantastic one. It comes with the little hat, and then she got herself a dress and some cheapo plain white shoes from Walmart, and We dirtied them up and put some fucking perma blood all over them, and
I saw the work in progress picture. It looked pretty sweet.
yeah. Then obviously we got to bring down the blood to actually like cover her arms up and shit like that. But no, man, it's it'll be a good time. Looking forward to spending some money, seeing some friends. So, like I said, if anybody's gonna be down there, come say hi to the Gormore boys, or say we suck, whatever. Just say something. Is that it, boys? Sign it out.
Yeah, let's sign off.
Scuba, go ahead, bud.
As always, ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host with the Ghost Prince of the Paranormal, the Duke of the Dead, the Dean of the Deceased, the Ghost Daddy, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, see you next week.
All right, this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, the Chattahoochee himself. Saying see you next week, bitches.
Well,
Wait, around the Chattahoochee.
I hate you guys.
you love
He
it.
gets hotter than a hoochie coochie.
It's hotter
and
than
I'm
a
your,
sweaty coochie.
yeah. And I'm your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying, catch us next week for Night of the Comets. Go watch that shit. Tubi, it's free on everything. And last word of advice: stay fresh, cheese bags.